side. Maybe just another piece of encouragement that the bullpen's kind of finding itself.
Yeah, I thought every guy that took the ball did a nice job of throwing the ball over the plate. Thought we mixed and matched well, just as far as the lefts and rights. And, guys came in and executed pitches. I mean, that's an April game, and we're starting to kind of whittle that list down a little bit, maybe, of the guys that we feel can go do that on a consistent basis.
Probably like to ideally have as many arms as possible. It's kind of your ideal, like 8 to 10. Like, is that what you want?
You usually look up at the end of the year, and 9 guys get the majority of the innings, so it's probably going to be around there. And there could be games where a starter, doesn't give us a great start, and we kind of piece it together like we did last night. So maybe use a couple more guys. One luxury of having 6 or 7 lefties in the bullpen is you can play matchups a little bit more. But yeah, usually 9. That's about the number you end up landing on.
Is Shea kind of turning into the reliever that you?
Yeah, I think what you're seeing, I think it's been about 5 outings in a row now where he's landing the slider, throwing the slider predominantly more maybe than he did earlier in the season. I think that's what he needs to be his most successful, is just throwing the slider more often. Fastball kind of just surprises him a little bit more when he does that, and now he's got the cutter too. I think early in the season it was probably too many fastballs and too many cutters and not enough sliders. Slider's always been the one pitch that I think you look at his career stats and they hit under 100 on his slider. So that's got to be a pitch that he features more. Felt like last night, I think they were kind of to the point where they might be sitting on that slider, so he was able to throw a few more fastballs in there. The wind kind of helped that as well, being able to throw the fastball into the righties. But yeah, he's been great. He's going to be a huge part of our success down the stretch moving forward, for us to be the team we want to be.
In that lineup, how important is Burnham's ability to get on base at the back of the lineup been for you guys this year?
Yeah, I mean, Bryce's RBI numbers kind of attest to that. I think maybe the on-base percentage is up over 470 now, which is crazy to think about. A lot of that has to do with the hit by pitch. He's done a good job hanging in there with that. He's had a couple of shin burgers to kind of prove how tough he is. I mean, it's been pretty amazing. He's been hitting the shin, I think, 3 different times. Doesn't miss a beat with it. So yeah, it's been him setting the table. Obviously, his speed. Now he's getting some more bunts down. Playing a confident brand of baseball.
Is Will Walsh a guy that you guys are comfortable with starting Sunday at this point?
Yeah, Walsh will start. He'll start Sunday. We wanted to figure we might use him out of the pen last night. Worked out perfect. He was able to get us off the field. I guess Max got him off the field with that play, backing him up after he fell down. But we were kind of laughing about that. The two-way guy couldn't keep his feet coming off the mound. But yeah, 12 pitches last night gave us a hold, and got to be ready to go Sunday.
Could you just put in perspective what that's taken? I mean, through the injuries and then through this season and the role that's changed for him too.
Yeah, he actually was a guy that we considered starting one of the games opening weekend. He had some success, against our lineup. Ultimately, we, went a different direction that way, but yeah, he's persevered through a lot. I mean, his story, it's pretty amazing. I think there's 5 or 6 major injuries in there, and just him sticking through it and, still saying, hey, I think I can provide some value to the team, still doing both, and you saw him in the opening day lineup as a hitter. He's played a good first base for us, and yeah, now what he's done on the mound, it's just kind of, again, just a testament of, like, you don't have to throw 95 to get guys out. You have to be able to throw strikes and change speeds. And so I think probably a little bit of that adversity he's faced in his career has helped him have a better perspective on the game. And, it's funny how that'll happen for some guys where they look like the game's going to be ripped away from them, and then they just come back and say, oh, you know what, I've seen the worst of it. So pretty cool story for a great kid.
When he went out last summer, I mean, as a coaching staff, did you guys kind of think, like, what's this going to look like, or what were kind of your expectations?
Yeah, kind of some of the conversations we had after the season last year was, there's a lot of guys that throw 87 from the left side. There's not a lot of guys that have your kind of power, so we'll just see how the summer goes, and we'll see. Maybe you'll end up doing one or the other when you get back. And then he is dominant on both sides of it. So again, we've seen that talent there for him, so it wasn't completely unexpected. But for him to go out and face college competition for the first time and go do what he did, it kind of allowed him to continue to do both for us and have a ball both ways for us.
What was his role in 21 and 22 when he was hurt? Was he around the team a lot? Or?
He was. 21, he wasn't. I can't even keep track of all the injuries now. He came in with Tommy John. He's had a knee injury. He's had a shoulder separation. He's had a broken hamate bone. So he wasn't around as much in 21. Last year we did travel him a little bit, limited action on the mound. We put him in a tough spot for him probably last year. I think it was at Indiana with the bases loaded. So I mean, anybody that was around our team and watched us take BP was always like, "Who's that guy?" Like that guy is dropping bombs in BP. We just couldn't really pick a lot of great spots to get him in there. And he was still coming back, I think, from the knee last year at one point or another too. So he's been around. He's always had a great attitude, and the game's paying him back.
Well, getting back into Big Ten play this weekend, how does the team feel about resuming conference competition?
Yeah, we're excited. Excited about the trip to Ann Arbor. Most of our staff has only been there one time or never. I think 2012 was the last time I was there playing, and they actually had natural surface back then. So I know our team is excited just for another opportunity. Had a good win last night, and we'll get on the plane tomorrow. Pretty easy travel actually up to Detroit, Dover, Ann Arbor. So Michigan's playing well. We're 5-1 in the league, facing one of the better pitchers in the conference on Friday night. So we know it's going to be a good test.
Hey, getting back to Casey, what's that conversation like when you tell a guy that could probably be at the top of the order that he's going to bat in the ninth spot? What's your message to a player like that?
I don't have to say much. I mean, he's a fifth-year guy. I think he's just happy to do what it takes to help the team win. And he's hit lead off a little bit. He's hitting the 2-hole. He might force our hand to hit back up near the top of the order. So it's pretty clear what we need him to do, and that's get on base and score runs. And so he's embraced that role. And like I said, when he puts the ball in play, it's a hit. I mean, that's the thing. So if he can continue to cut down on the strikeouts, he's going to be more valuable.
He's got to speak to the level Max Anderson's playing at right now. 8 home runs in the last 10 games.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't realize that. That's pretty remarkable. They're all oppo. I mean, it's like I don't know that I've ever seen a hitter have the knack of just being able to hit a ball out of the park the way he does. He actually made a comment last night that blew my mind. The wind's blowing out the way that it was, and they bring in a left-hander. The ball's going to be on that side of the plate. He's like, it's like a free home run. He's throwing it out there, and I'm like, you kind of just. What? Free home run? Like, I mean, some guys talk about like a free hit or, they're giving you the push bunt or, but he said free home run. So that's the kind of frame of mind that he's in. His confidence level is very, very high. It's nice that guys are chipping in around him. And you see this on good offenses. You see some guys kind of push each other in the lineup. And, Bryce and Max have been really close ever since their freshman year. A lot of expectations on them throughout their college careers, and you kind of see them going back and forth. Who's going to take the lead at home runs? Who's going to hit for the higher average? So Max has been remarkable, all while playing in a new position. It's been pretty impressive.
Is Garrett Anglin sort of back to being an everyday guy at this point, or still easing him in from a health perspective?
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, we knew last night it was like, okay, let's not push an envelope on a dirt ball, or let's not stretch a single into a double or anything like that. Let's just get you in there. And he was a big difference maker in that game. I mean, the sac fly, the 2 strikes kind of got us going, and his infield hit started, the big rally there. So we were a little nervous seeing him stretch a single out there in that 7th inning. He's feeling good. I think you're still probably a little. I don't know that he'll be able to go play outfield 3 games in a row or anything like that. I certainly think that DH right now is good, and he can get around the bases fine. So maybe we'll see him in the outfield once this weekend. In a perfect scenario, those guys keep doing a good job out there, and we can just maybe DH him. that would be ideal, I think, at this point. So he's not quite 100% yet, but he's cleared enough to go run the bases now.
With Walsh moving to Sunday, what does that do for his availability to play the field and in the order on Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, it doesn't really change much.